Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Challenge Cup. Today we have Nobly versus Scrubcasual. They will be underway in just a second. And without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to our two wonderful commentators, Benny Burrito and Angels. Take it away, boys.
Thanks so much, Gene Skull, and welcome. I'm Angels.
I'm Benny Burrito.
I'm really looking forward to this one because the winner of the day is going to be the first person into the round 3 of the bracket because right now it's 1-1. Anyone's game at this.
Losers going home. The winner's moving on.
Exactly. Game 2 was 6-6, but it has been reverted, so we are having the normal setting today.
The normal setting is open mode, 7 crystals to get in Ganon's tower, and 7 crystals to damage Ganon. And it looks like we're off.
Yeah, we are starting off with 5 rupee, and I really love those sprites. Both of them are using the Miniscat for Scrubcasual and the Fox Link for Nobly.
This is the Fox Link from.
I have no clue.
I wonder what that Fox says.
Please don't. It's too early in the season. I mean, I'm up for doing singing stuff like that, but not this early on the seed. And looking like they're being full crystals with a 5-6 over at Desert. So it seems like we're getting in our uncle's B collection.
Always nice to get that before you make your stop in the Kakariko village.
Unfortunately, it's not the golden bee, so we can't sell it.
And this seed seems pretty stingy so far on money.
It absolutely does. And I think Nobly here is gonna try for the tier 2 but triple. And if he doesn't get anything, he might try for the first test.
Just magic.
That's unlucky.
Never seen that strat before, though. That was really cool how he was using the bombs to kill the soldiers.
Yeah, it's an interesting strat. We are low on money, but we're getting a lot of health early on, even from the bushcraft.
Valentine's Day is coming up. You got to get that love.
Well, we're gonna have to give them love now before we start giving them the hate of the season. That could be hateful.
It's a big deal.
Why is Bo on Lumberjack?
This is good knowledge to have, though, going through this.
Yeah, that is one thing Scrubcasual is gonna have as an advantage.
Always nice to find.
I don't want to see them having it. We are in the second round of the bracket. They should be well enough without it. But yeah, our runners are doing exactly same route, so will be interesting to see when they diverge. So we have a question there in the chat. If that is the first bow, it is required, but if there are any other bow, it is the optional silvers. And I wouldn't do Aga just for silvers.
The time save if they find a bow, the time save you get from beating Aga just to get the silvers. I mean, you might as well just Master Sword them.
But it seems like our singing is gonna be early since we have already found flute in the well.
Both our runners are hoping to find bombs pretty early, and both are coming up pretty short.
Oh mighty duck, I use this tune to summon you. I need your help on my quest. The transportation is my request. Oh mighty duck, I use this tune to summon you.
That was very nice. That was very
Thank,
good.
thank you. Oh, wonderful. We actually got a very early Swagnet as well.
That should make them want to do Aghanim just on principle.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did also get the Cannon Burner. The Nobly
Thing that's
choosing to buy the bombs. Unfortunately, there were triple bombs in blinds that he's gonna regret. So he have to go back and forth into blind side out to farm up those rooms.
Absolutely. He won't be able to do the bottle vendor until he farms up some more money now.
Or he just does that. But right now, I think I like Scrub's route better here in CAC.
Yeah, the whole idea of working front to back seemed to really work out for him.
Yeah.
We got another flute playing on Scrub's side. You want to do your second rendition?
Nah, we don't have the music this time.
Okay.
But they're still gonna be pretty similar, like walking out.
Kakariko is just not panning out to have very much this time around.
Hey, I wouldn't diss on the flute, okay? The flute is gonna save them so much time in the route.
That's fair. That's fair.
And hey, they need that burner for Spy Cave eventually. But yeah, Scrub is gonna be the first one out of CAC and gonna move on to the library into race game. Gonna be interesting to see if he checks it or if he does it blind.
What would you do?
He has a good enough bombs. The money is not too tight right now, so probably just do it blind. 50 rupees here, but more importantly, there is a glove on Desert Led.
Nobly's routing is interesting. With the flute, he's choosing to kind of work his way back from desert.
Yeah, and that is all well and good. This is one of the checks that often gets forgotten or get lost locations. So and over here early, you can get a big advantage.
That is correct in chat. We will need the book because we can't get there through the mire area without lifting the stone, which requires a miss. So we will need the book at some point.
The question would be, would that be the first glove or the second glove? So where's the worst place we could place the book now?
First place. I think somewhere in Dark World where it would be a really roundabout way.
Yeah. Oh, I always love when the Minimodon comes over to the middle and joins the.
Just wants a hug.
Yeah. Well, we have a question. That is the second glove.
The sword and the mirror. Mini Moldon Cave got it going on this time around.
Yeah, and with this equipment, they could make the way up to Hera.
Yeah.
It would be real nice if they found the hammer, because then they could do east side Death Mountain. Nobly using his game knowledge here and using the beer. Unfortunately, it only takes care of 3 of the modems, not the lot.
Maybe they're holding on to it for safekeepings.
Yeah. Well, Ice rolled the cave time. I don't even think if we would put the book on a bad place, I don't think actually Pyramid Ledge would be good, because that would give you the bow on Lumberjack as well, so you're getting 2 for 1 deal. That is if this seed is going to be Aga seed.
Right.
Well, we learn from Nobly's the frequent use of sequence breaking, that some bombs are on the Lake Hylia Island.
Interesting choice to choose the fake flipper. This will probably be the end of it, I would imagine.
Yeah, unless you really, really wanted to check yeah, the sword edge, it would not be good, doing it good, but nobody just loves the sequence break. So be prepared that he might do something more than just that.
It looked like there was nothing in the back of escape on Scrub's side.
Yeah. Yeah, Scrub is taking that bait up to the mountain and using his sword to be able to navigate in the dark, because the sword appears to be magic.
You ever wonder how the old guy got there in the first place? And he didn't even bring a lamp?
He might have brought it, but it might have run out of oil.
He just stands there? I mean,
Well, he can't navigate without the light.
all I'm saying is that guy needs to show more initiative and be a little bit more thankful. That's
Yeah.
pretty thankful, though.
Yeah, it is. So Nobly
You're saving me. Here's some
choosing
new
to
threads.
do back of it. Yeah. Yes. It's interesting that nobody decides to do dot cross.
That is probably one of the most forgotten areas.
Yeah, might be. Normally, when you have to do this, you already have a lamp, and you're already thinking about the going Aga, but there's a fire rod actually on Spect Rock. That is going to be unfortunate for Noble, because Scrub is going to be able to use that to navigate. Okay, I don't like that bunny sprite.
Is that Dark Cross had a sword?
Yeah, indeed. And this is now one thing that nobody will have to just do, because he decided to skip below CAC earlier. He has to go back here now. But interesting, actually, finding that fire rod on top of Spectral Rock, because it gives you even more incentives to go into Hera. And look at that, Hera is Firelock today. You're so lucky.
And that's the most convenient inconvenience of all time.
Yeah. And apparently it's time for a coffee break.
Not even 14 minutes in, and they're already taking a break.
Today's run, I did not have any endurance, I tell you. But yeah, Nobly choosing to head over to Shahasla. Will be interested to see if he decides to go into Ethan as well.
Logic, might as well. Right now, what do they have in terms of a loadout? They can't get to Dark World yet. They still need a hammer and a moon pearl. So either of those could definitely be there.
Well, they only really needed the lamp and the moon pearl and agates in logic. So it is either lamp or orb or lamp and hammer.
They could get the book.
They could very well as well. So we have three possibilities of the Dark World access. Or four even.
While there's still one more item left in Hera. We found Ether. But what else is there?
Yeah. Yeah, we did saw that Meyer is green pendant today, so yeah, hope you like the flute because it might not be required for this seed. You just had to.
Of course, Moldorm has been getting his reading in. New semester started. The guy's trying to study.
Yeah, I guess.
That means... Wait, did Scrub check Desert Ledge?
No, it was Nobly who did it. So right now, Nobly has the information about the glove on the Desert Ledge, but Scrubcasual has the information about the bow on Lumberjack.
That will be interesting to see how this pans out, how the differences in knowledge will affect their routing.
Yeah. And yeah, it's true. Scrubcasual has lift, has strength value, he has a fire rod, and he has a book. He will be going to desert soon. So he will see that one. So but yeah, that is the first blood for Scrubcasual at 16.5 minutes.
Good start. These are the kinds of starts we like. Not the ones where you get your first crystal like an hour in. That's not fun for anyone.
Yeah.
We like these ones.
And speaking of convenient for the book, why not head over to check the ether tablets while you're up here? Well, that is not required.
It's a full heart.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have to go for it. We'll come back for it later.
Well, on Nobly's side, he's doing stuff that's out of logic in Eastern Palace. Checking the dark room, or checking the big key chest.
This one is normal though. You would expect someone to do this if they are designed to go to the east and earth.
It's one of the easiest sequence break dark rooms of all time.
Yeah. No, but those documents there are not in logic because they don't have any torches on them. Okay, I actually quite like what Nobly is doing. He's saying that I'm gonna go for the economy game, so he's heading up to the right the room up here where there are a lot of rupees.
That is very smart. Way to think ahead.
Yeah.
Zora is in logic right now.
Yeah. Exactly, iBot. And because he has the mirror, he can just use that to get out. Doesn't have to save and quit.
Mirror flute combo is incredible for traveling.
It definitely is. And would you be surprised if I told you that Desert is actually bootlock today?
Guys, no.
So, Torch, I'm gonna suspect nobody's either gonna find a hammer or a torch very, very soon.
Or the moon.
Or lamp, rather. Hmm. If we find that, it still would have to get another item to be able to get to the dark world. So right now I'm thinking lamp, to be honest. Oh, Scrubcasual is going to checkers and also checking the layout for us. So pendants in swamp and sift down, and the last 5-6 is in ice. So 2 out of the 3 irritating ones are gonna have to be beaten today. And it is in fact from Meyer, so nice thing of Scrubcasual going up to Hera early.
Really panned out well for him. Following the logic.
And just a piece of heart in checkers, so that is not gonna be where it is. So keep an eye on Nobly's stream now, because this might very well be the last sec in the seed. Or right now, this is the last location in the light world that we can access as. Yeah, so as well. Of course.
There it is. That's Dark World access.
Yeah. It is. However, none of them have the true yet. But it's gonna be Scrubcasual who gets the first Darkworld access, because nobody had to go up to Hera before you can do. Okay, Nobly is gonna go ahead and go to Hulahan.
Who's going for the Houlihan?
Yeah. We normally see people do this though at the start of the scene, not 22 minutes in.
If you think the progression's on Zora, why not do it now?
I guess. And Nobly did float away after Minimolon. So yeah, tying these two together, why not?
Casual finds the Moon Pearl.
Yes, and he can now enter the dark world. Right now, he can only do it through Wilders or Outcast though. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer for Hype Cave, unfortunately.
Do you think the names of the streets? Do you think Kakariko Village has names for their streets? Like
Probably they have names for different houses that is still built that have not been demolished.
like Boulevard or Bomb Shop here Road.
I think it would be Avenue. I really love that as a street name.
Kakarikans are very big fans of avenues. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, exactly what I'm telling you.
I can see that. I can see that. Pendant Thieves Town without the hammer is what nightmares are made of. It's one of those most crushingly depressing things in the seed at the start.
Yeah. How many times have that stupid cest hold the required item?
Enough times where people don't want to do it without the hammer.
Yeah. But yeah, Scrubcasual choosing the right play here and going into Skullwoods first. And apparently today Sora is only giving out the love lessons.
You're probably not the happiest camper in the world if you're Nobly, because pretty much the last locations that you could check are the ones that you're going to be checking right now. That have your progression.
Yeah, it's interesting how he decides with the fact that he knows he can get to Hera. And I know Nobly loves to do Hera pot. So why not go into Hera earlier? Just to make sure that the hook shot or something up there isn't there, you know.
Maybe he was thinking if he needs to go in the basement, he doesn't have a fire source. Little did he know it was right there.
It was there all along. There is, though, however, one caveat here. And the Nobly is always gonna be one sword above Scrubcasual because I don't think we're gonna see Scrubcasual going back to the castle anytime soon.
Oh, absolutely not.
And if the other two swords are very well hidden, then we might see a Tempered versus Master Sword battle at the end.
I'm still curious to see if we're going to find another bow. That'll make things even more interesting with the sword difference.
Yeah. I just want to highlight this to the people watching. We are seeing the raw stream of our two runners, and that means that we are seeing Nobly's face cam, and he was not amused seeing that fire rod.
Scrubcasual making his way to the Mothula fight without half magic, only fire rod, fighter sword, 6 hearts. Be a little rough. The only saving grace is the red mail.
Yeah, that is gonna help a lot.
And he has a blue pot. That's right.
Yeah. We'll be able to get a lot of fire rod shots out. There's other thing that will happen to Nobly here that will cost him even more time, and that is that he has a muscle. He will get that heart from Aether Tablet.
Yeah.
Which is very unfortunate.
Maybe it'll save his life one day.
Maybe.
Wow, they're just not playing nice.
Yeah, he's hugging those bites today. There should be about 2 fighter sword spins left. This is why this fight is the worst one that was made in this game.
Hey, Scrub is really doing a good job of avoiding the shots.
Yeah. And
Look at
there
that
you go.
nice fight.
It was 4 spins. I was lying. So, have you counted the items?
That's one. And I don't remember if there was a second one. I think there was.
And we have to agree that was a very nice fight. Oh, we have seen 10 arrows. Okay, so that was everything in Scouts, and it was time to go to that extra chest. But we are getting Pedisic. Get hype up in set, boys. And girls, today's pedestal is gonna be a rupee hoard for that love lesson from our scammer today.
Right.
And as normal, the peds fails to deliver.
Casual hitting back.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see if he decides to dip into Safe Town. Because he has the mirror, he could choose to do it two ways. Either just full beat Safe Town and don't care that he doesn't have the hammer. Or use that mirror and only check the first four. It wouldn't lose him too much time. And it would also give him a lot of information about what the palace might expect of him.
A lot of runners will check the first four, and then if there are like two or fewer chest or items in the front, they'll full clear the dungeon. Some rules like that.
Yeah. We have to see where Scrub has put that rule if he chooses to go in there. But yeah, with that monster sword, Nobly could just do with 3 spins and getting that fight done. Nice job. Or we might see Scrubcasual actually go into digging game, then getting a medallion, and then do world tour. Overtyped.
Smart to try and find the hammer at all costs before you enter Thieves Town.
Yeah. Except for when it is in Safe Town. That kind of looked like a building before he started building over this way.
I lost count. I can't count that high.
I didn't decide that I wanted to. And we're having the bomb drop.
Yeah. Thank you for pointing out the 24.
You hate to see it.
It's more than I have fingers and toes.
I would be really surprised if you said that you could count it on your hands and toes.
Well, if you're counting binary, I think you could do it. But I'm not that smart.
Yeah. Okay, so Scrubcasual is gonna deliver his... Oh, might he actually think about heading up to Graveyard Edge with the medallion instead? Or just doing this one a little bit quickly, and then heading back down and deliver him immediately and taking the purple zest on the world tour instead?
Honestly, it's moments like this that make me glad I'm not running, because then I'm always like, what do I do? What are my options? And then I just flip out and make horrible decisions. But that's why I'm not in the tournament, and these guys are.
Yeah.
And there's Hype Cave. That's got to come up soon.
So I have an interesting perspective here. Nobly says, why not just finish desert when I'm already here? He did get a big key from the middle zest. So what's happening here, you could either leave one item or 2 items. Nope, he's just key scumming.
I don't think he did get the big key. I think he got the compass in that middle chest.
I might, yeah. And then he's not choosing to go in and get and look what the items were when I was in there. Well, one thing... Oh, look at that, we had the other sword. But one thing different here, nobody will be able to go into to Myershed and get the items in there. That was one thing Scrubcasual couldn't do.
That's a good point. If there's progression, it's going to be kind of big.
Just watch being boots here or something. Almost as important.
Early coin.
Well, Nobly do likes to fake flipper, so that might be his invitation to head over to Ice Palace.
That would be quite the sequence break.
It would also be quite stupid going there without hammer and hook shots.
That's a risk.
And I have all of experience with that. I did tell you about my series, right? That I had when I was eliminated.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. Well, Hype Cave, we have the single arrow destiny, 10 arrows, we have blueberries, we have a green rupee of validation, and we have 10 arrows.
What would you give that hype cave?
That.
Yeah, that was pretty awful.
Yeah, there was not too much hype about that one.
It might not even deserve any points. That might be a 0.
Maybe. Come on, it was a single arrow destiny. You can have one. you can have one, but nobody forgetting that he doesn't have either hooks up and boots decides to go into there, and we have found all the coins.
Now we know where all our medallions are. They don't, but we do.
Yeah. And that purple set was pretty far off, as well as those bombos. So who's gonna what? I wonder what's gonna be for Turok. And look at that, the second green rupee of validation. Okay, so it's either gonna be the map or the item here in the big chest.
This is quite the sequence break.
That's Nobly for you. Well, good thing he didn't gain anything from doing all of that.
Yeah, that shield matches his outfit.
Yeah. So Turok is in logic, so let's never give Nobly a mirror shield so that his shield can always match his colors because he looks fabulous with it.
Fabulous indeed. While Scrub got Bombo, so Scrub has all the medallions, all the coins.
Yeah. And yeah, it seems like either Graver Ledge or going into Chief Town was the play. Yeah, Scrub, you can go that way instead. Okay, so he is gonna value Graver Ledge over Chief Town. But this is also a pretty nice thing because he can set Bumper Cave on the way, so getting that information as well is pretty good. It feels like the Siege really wants Scrubcasual to go and check Sora.
Yeah, it's just trying to give him little hints. Whispering in his ear, hey, get some love.
The Whispers of Nessoff, also known as the Randall Gods, are whispering in Scrubcasual's ear.
Rando gods and goddesses are nothing if they aren't fair. They are incredibly fair, just incredibly cruel.
Yeah, they're fairly cruel.
That's nice.
But yeah, that was 10 arrows there. So $10 that hammer or boots is gonna be in Chief Town.
I'm putting no money down on a randomizer. As we just said, the gods and goddesses can be quite interesting.
Yeah, they can work in mysterious ways.
Let's say that. Okay. So they still need the lamp to have to do Aghanim, but if they don't find the hammer, what next?
Then we would have to be either hookshot or flippers. Would be the next things he can find in here then. That will give him other stuff to do.
I'm rooting for lamp. Let's see some lamp. Yeah.
Oh, you are talking about having an extended Aga? And he did Aga?
Well, he actually even knows where the other bow is, or the bow that we know of is.
Yeah. This front of Safetown is horrible.
See, it's just trickling items. It's not really giving them any sort of flood of stuff. It's just, here's a little bit. Keep following the bread trail.
Yeah. The fast quest continues with the master shovel being found.
What are you gonna do, Scrub?
Yeah, he's already checked out the coordinates. He wants that coordinate completely gone from his tracker. Because we do see that he is using a map tracker on his streams. So yeah, he wants that gone. And also smart job of him of leaving that portal there so he can easily get back into Safetown when he goes back.
Looking ahead, and at about 41 minutes in, Nobly has his second crystal done.
Woohoo! And he's also gonna look at the pedestal of Crushed Dreams.
Ooh.
Well, it's not quite Aga, but it is certainly pointing that way.
Scrub
Yeah.
hasn't checked Eastern yet.
Yeah. That might actually bite him in the butt right now because Nobly is catching more and more up to him.
Nobly has a lot of stuff to check. Nobly hasn't done Digging Game, hasn't done Hype Cave, Purple Chest. There's a lot left for Nobly.
Well, Nobly would be the kind of player to just dip Safetown all of a sudden. But how nice of the team to give us two Bs.
To be or not to be.
I like your thought process, Bane, but he still needs a lamp. We have not found a lamp yet, so Aga is not in love. There is one set of dark rooms that the Fire Rod does not give you logical access in.
Can't logically get the pod yet.
Yeah, they can't get there yet. Right now, you can't place both lamp and hammer in pod unless nobody's gonna find the flippers here. And that would kind of ruin the Aga requirement stuff. Unless that is in fact the first bow, which would be so funny.
Nobody's doing it. Nobody's going, just like you said.
Yeah. And Nobly did tell me before this, if when he learned that I was gonna do commentary, that he's gonna make my brain hurt. And right now, I'm just seeing what he does normally, so he has to try harder, basically.
My brain's not even working, so you have to try extra hard.
Yeah. We do also have one other difference here. We also have to speak about between this routing here. Nobly had not gone south yet. He will be able to route that shovel in along with the Stumpy and K45.
It's true. That'll be a optimal routing. It's those little things that kind of add up over time.
Yeah. And looking at the attic, nothing there either. So yeah. Right now, Hammer is not. Hammer is gonna have to be in the cell chest, or on blind for it to be anything inside of that place, inside the big chest. So key here and hammer on blind, and there is something in the big chest.
Is it? Oh! Glad I didn't take you up on that bet.
Yeah. Well, you should be happy because I would have lost it.
Oh. I don't even remember the rules. You could have just flipped it on me.
Yeah.
Scrub will get those boots soon too.
Yeah.
What it looks like, chat.
Yeah, it was the key in the big set. So yeah, hammer not required for save time today. So how many items did we actually found? Nobody actually found in. Have you found all the items in desert?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, we did because there's a map left there. So that gives us that we only have the Destiny Rock and the King's Tomb right now where our progression is gonna be. I love linear progressions. No, I don't, but I love watching them. I do also love the fact right now that that even though nobody found the boost before Scrubcasual, I still think Scrubcasual is ahead because of nobody choosing to do Sora.
I agree.
So what you're saying, Ibot, is there's gonna be a lamp in the Destiny
Tomb
Rock
or something?
or yeah, because that would be it then. That would be a good one.
Though I do have to reiterate what Jinxie Girl was saying earlier, and like, who hurt you, man? Like, you're really pulling at strings to try to make this worse.
Yeah. So if nobody really wants to fully optimize his boot here, he's gonna have to take Yomadaya on that world tour. Otherwise, he will not be able to use the boots with the purple chest. Nope, he's not. But it's understandable that he wants to turn in Yomadaya immediately as well, so. Yeah, Scrubcasual here using the cape to its advantage. Both runners was not able to stay on the track, but they were able to defeat Blind nonetheless.
Still opt to pick up the pendant because it's a full refill, so you might as well.
Yeah. But yeah, Scrubcasual definitely have the option here to just basically mirror, because he knows that the blue pendant is not needed. This is an interesting this is an interesting place to mirror on. Why not mirror closer to Destiny Rocks? Is it really gambling that it's not going to be anything in Kingstone? Alright, he can't walk over, he has Titans. My bad. But that item would have been nice against Muffler, don't you think, Scrubcasual?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Okay, the last check once again. What is gonna be?
There it is.
Who hurt you, iBot?
That's awesome. On the bright side, that means Nobly will have to do this. And at some point, he might be curious to check the lumberjack ledge and find the bow. So that might be actually pretty good for Nobly.
I would expect him to check it when he's doing that check. Absolutely. Why wouldn't he? That was beautifully set up there by Nobly. Did you see what he did?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what goes on for it, but where he kind of lets go of the chest and still carries it with him, the flag with him.
Yeah. You got one frame actually of turning in the purposes when you're mirroring like that. And yeah, and it's as Bane is saying, nobody right now has that tempered advantage. However, if there's one other sword on our path, then that advantage has nearly disappeared then, because there's not too much difference between them. But yeah, that is also true. This is an angle required right now, so yeah, he probably pick that up. Why not?
Here comes the hype cave that should really get a new name.
I
Utter disappointment.
I have called it the cave formerly known as Hype Cave for a few months now.
Cave that is now known as a disgrace.
What is the opposite word of hype? Let's just go for Toilet Cave, because that is the worst location in Ocarina of Time random.
I can stand by Toilet Cave. Toilet Cave is a good name. New name, Toilet Cave.
Interesting. Oh, that's actually correct here what Nobly's doing. We do have Meyer because of those boots, but there's only 2 items in here. It could be in here, but odds it's against it. So if there's a required item here, what required item would actually be in Swamp?
There's a required item here. What would be in Swamp? I guess.
Because right now, the Chieftain has had a required item. Maya might have a required item. So by the process of elimination, Swamp must have one as well.
Swamp could have Samaria, or Swamp could have Hookshot in the front cave, or
Wait, mate. So you are saying that? Oh, look at that flippers. Okay, pod is in logic.
wow.
Well, you know what that means. The seed has decided to be graceful against our runners and not do an Aga required one, but it might still be a hidden Aga then.
Now the seed's starting to get really interesting. Now we're starting to see the divergences.
Ooh, Scrubcasual is thinking about Aga.
That bow is probably pushing him there too.
Yeah. And it's also as said in chat, TT giving access to Mike giving access to Swamp. So it could happen that Hammer that Ken Samara would be in Swamp, as you said, and would unlock that good old the Hammer or hookshot in on Victorious.
We have two very red runners right now.
Is that a good or bad thing?
Just a thing. Just a thing.
This is probably the right play that Scrub is doing though, because that bow might very well be the first bow, and this is just gonna save him time then.
Absolutely. And since Swamp isn't required at the moment, I mean, we don't know if there's progression there. This could be really good.
Well, for logical of the beating of the seed, we would need those flippers for Ice Palace later on, but who knows? I'm just an idiot who has been given a mic.
Sounds like you're telling my life story.
Oh, are we the same person?
Two, and we fool. Perhaps.
Probably not though. I don't think you're as keen to singing as I am.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Who can absolutely be on Pyramid Ledge?
If that actually is gonna be, then that is gonna kick Scrub so hard. Nobly's choosing to do spins here because he didn't pick up that half magic, so he could use Fire Rod against those Lamolas. Yeah, that's three
What you will
crystals.
about half magic? It is quite the curse.
Yeah, it truly
Good
is.
way.
I do know that there are some good that curse could be used in good ways. Not if you are thinking or reading the literature of Harry Potter, but curses could be good.
I saw the movie once.
Yeah. Well, nobody's gonna take those flippers and just say, "Hey, I have the Fire Rod, I have the Bombos. Hammer is probably in Ice Palace. He might have stacked my game too hard and studied that one, because why would he go here without either Hookshot or Hammer?" One blue ball. Ha, 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 ha. Two blue balls. Ha, 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 ha.
Early bait key.
Yeah, that's really nice. I mean, it is not a small key, which would have been perfect, but you know. 3 blue balls. Ha, 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 ha. 4 blue balls. Ha, 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 ha.
Each time there's a blue ball, I mean, it's just cutting into Scrub's time.
It absolutely does, but he only has 1 orange left now. He has only gained 5 once, so 5 blue balls. Ha, 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 ha. 6 blue balls.
Oh,
Ha,
this is
ha,
awful.
ha, ha. I can imagine that would be what the seed would be doing right now against him. Well, did this pay out? We have to find the other bow to know if it did.
A green potion, very nice. Not a bow though, not a hammer.
It is still nice, honestly, to find that.
I don't think he's complaining.
No, probably not. I mean,
He's a
he did
scrub,
get
and he is casual, but he's thankful as well.
Why did I think of that? Anyway, so he has access to pod. It would require a lot. It would require him to find both a bow and hammer here to be able to beat it. Don't know why he's not didn't decide to. I'm just gonna stay mirror and go and get my bow, because that would open up the possibility that he might beat this one at the moment as going in here.
Yeah, I find that odd as well.
Don't tell me you've forgotten about what was on the lumberjack. No, he's just opened it up. Okay, and yeah, he's leaving a portal here so that he can just enter the pod when he comes back. So
I gotta say, Scrub's portal.
Okay, routing.
His portal planning is very interesting. Like he plans moves ahead to place his portals.
He might be one of those people that actually 300 IQ plays here because of his mirror portal.
He's gonna start doing sword slashes of pie in a second.
Probably. Oh my god, hammer! If Nobly gets the hooks up on coaster, I am gonna shit myself.
Nobody wants that.
And I'm gonna make sure I mute myself before I let that shit out.
Okay. It only asks that you practice the most sanitary of places when you're doing these restreams. Zelda speedrunning only cares about its employees so far.
As I said, I'm just an idiot with the mic. But this is kind of the things that makes Nobly go forward, goes a long way, because of he comes up with these ridiculous gambles and they pay out.
This one, he actually just followed the logic, which is really cool in a very kind of obscure way.
Yeah. But if you're honest, who would say Meyer is gonna have my flippers giving me my hammer? And pendant Meyer at that.
Someone who really hates fighting Aghanim. Especially an Aghanim with 6 blue balls. He should have walked like 1.5 times in baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. But if that bow is real on Pyramid Fairy, then nobody had Galaxy Brained it.
We're gonna have an ice rod hunt, almost certainly, because that's just life.
I am looking at one other item though that could in this seed nearly be everywhere. And that is that hook shot. I think it's gonna be a hook shot hunt. Because yeah, look at hook shot here, hook shot lock side of Ice Palace. There was nothing required there. If so, yeah, hook shot could be really anywhere.
It is the best weapon in the game, so it's unfortunate to not see it.
Yeah. Well, we are gonna see a edition of a Michael Bay movie come up really.
What movie is that?
Probably the Ninja Turtles. But yeah, with that, four crystals, and that is also the 5 and 6.
Scrub also got his 4th crystal, but not a 5 and 6.
Unfortunately.
Scrub is not gonna find the hammer here, so he will be double dipping pod.
I am understanding what he's doing though. So he's saying that Mizumai has 2 items, Pod has potential of 6. I'm gonna go to Pod.
Oh yeah.
If he would find the cane here, then he would most certainly go to Podo, to Maido, because then that would be saying, "Hey, idiot, go over there."
Makes you wonder if that seeing that bow on Lumberjack Ledge like really led him astray, because it pushed him towards Aghanim.
It probably did. It all depends really what Nobly gets here from the big bomb. If the bow here, then that would might have been a sign of gods instead.
Or might be a sign that iBot generated the seed.
Can't it be both?
You're saying. And absolutely. We got nothing.
It all depends what is on the not Bollock side of Pod. What was the first key says in Pod actually? I didn't look.
I didn't either.
So you're saying that both of those more keys that Scrub right now could have been on the Bollock side? Because if that is the case, then that would actually make having to go to Aga depending on what is here on Catfish. This is gonna be the last good one, if you call it like that. Because who doesn't love Catfish?
People without souls. Yuck.
Catfish teaching Nobly about that bow.
Hey, mushroom.
Unfortunately, we don't have Redkin, so we can't fake powder yet.
It's worth noting that Scrub never checked Zora, so he's loading up on money.
Yeah. Okay. So, one or two things can happen here now on Nobly. One, he is doing the top route. Two, he have not counted the items in Sifton is on his way back there. Or option C, he's doing hammer pig.
I think it's Hammer Pig.
But yeah, with that, the Scrub didn't find anything in pod.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, so it most certainly is either swamp or hammer pigs now. Well, we had that question pretty quickly. So yeah, he's gonna see that bone now and be very angry about it. No, he's not coming up.
Not going up.
Oh no!
Might be okay. He might be okay. We don't know.
Yeah, it all depends on what's in Swamp then.
And as Chad points out, we still have a lot of Death Mountain left.
Yeah, that too. I just want to see it to be bad, okay?
Some very mean people watching this stream tonight, apparently.
Hey, do you blame me? Well, nobody
For
else
anyone that's been...
got the curse.
Go ahead.
I just said nobody else got the curse of having half magic.
Oh, yeah. The worst curse. Those
So
of
you
you
were
just
saying-
tuning in, this is a race between Scrubcasual and Nobly, Game 3. Winner moves on in the bracket stages, and it's been a completely open seed. About an hour and 11 in, and only 4 crystals.
Yeah. And yeah, as I said, the winners move on to round 3 of the bracket. And because of the others, the schedules, they are gonna be the first one actually getting to round 3.
First good 45 minutes or so, it seemed like the seed was very linear, but things have really broken apart and diverged. And now we're seeing completely different plays from both our runners.
Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised that Nubla had not gone back up the Death Mountain yet.
He's gonna go get his information on the bow now.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep a close eye on his webcam so I can see exactly his reaction.
That reaction was 0 out of 10. That was a toilet reaction, just like the cave.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Oh, there come the headshake. Okay, this is interesting. That he switches to Aga over Death Mountain.
Here goes Scrub to find his flippers.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Ibot. It would give him Eastern Palace and Pod, but wouldn't you want to go up to Death Mountain at the moment? You have the Spiral Cave, you have Paddles Cave, you have Super Bunny Cave. You can take the first cest in Hookshot Cave, and you have Spike Cave. You have so much up there you can do.
Yeah, but at least those other dungeons give him crystals, and so go towards finishing the seed, I suppose.
I don't know. I don't know if this is the right play right now. I can understand your point, and absolutely also the points I'm leading inside, but I'm expecting that there's gonna be something good on the mountain at the moment.
Big checks are up there, like 6, 7, 12, 14, like almost 15 checks, right?
Yeah, which is nearly 3 times more than Pod and Eastern combined, and nobody's already been in Eastern. There's only one check left in there.
On the other side of it, if he beats Armos and Helmasaur, then he's just Turtle Rock away.
Yeah.
It'd be really easy to route those 2 dungeons in too, just 1 mirror away.
Yeah. But imagine if the other bow is on mountain. You could have saved yourself a whole Aga tower climb.
Probably wasn't expecting to have to do 6 blue balls. Right? Did I do that right?
You pass.
Thank you.
Yeah, even with this, Scrubcasual is trying to stay away from Ice Palace.
It is the worst dungeon, so who can blame him?
Yeah.
Casual making a lap around the Fairy Fountain Island. Apparently, this seed does not have enough exercise built into it.
Hey, there is a week coming up soon, actually, in Sweden, where all the kids have 1 week off, and you want to know why? If I would translate what that week is called, it would be Sports Week.
Oh,
So
six
yeah, I'm getting
sports
that.
week.
Yeah, so getting that early exercise. Man.
There's the mirror shield.
Yeah, he did find one of those. He did find that shield in a pub. At least that shield matches Scrubcastle's hair.
Scrubcasual's bangs like changing with every swim. Did you see that? It was like the hair was shifting sides.
They do.
It's magic. That's the magic.
Yeah.
Runners are now checking things that the other ones already checked. So nobody's gonna go get his bow. Scrubcasual will eventually find his hammer.
Yeah. And while these 2 runners are checking those things, make sure to give them a follow. So far, they have put up a really, really good show for us. Well, at least one of them have.
Which one's put up the good show and which one hasn't?
Come on, Nobly's my teammate. What would you think?
Okay, I think both of them have been putting up an incredible show. You leave no one left unloved here with Valentine's Day less than a month away.
Sports Week, Valentine's Day, we're having all over the special weeks here.
I'm being certain to put in my extra miles so that my potential Valentine will see my incredible cardio.
Yeah, absolutely. How are those New Year's resolution getting along?
Me, poorly. How about for you?
I stopped doing those about 15 years ago because I know I'm not gonna do a New Year's resolution to do something that I wouldn't commit into.
My New Year's resolution was to be better at rando, and it seems like I'm getting worse. But that's why I'm commentating. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what other randos do you actually do?
That again?
What other randos do you actually do?
I don't do any other randos. This is the only rando. I'm a one rando kind of guy.
Oh, I remember when I was that. That was long ago.
Watching these runners, it makes me think that they must put a lot of their time into only the Zelda rando because their execution has been pretty good, as with their knowledge of the game.
Yeah, they have some really good in-game knowledge, absolutely.
The more obscure checks, like when Nobly checked Meyer or Scrubcasual now following the logic, I mean, it really shows their knowledge of what's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not to give props to your teammate or anything, but he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
Grub got the hammer of Zeus.
Wait, you mean Mjolnir thinks he is special? I was never a big Marvel fan, so excuse me.
Well, Marvel's the best.
I can recognize it is a good series, but I didn't go into it. So to
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Marvel doesn't have its. We have side by side bomb jumps. Very nice.
Yeah, both of them are super hard. Yeah, continuing along with iBot there, I do A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64, The Wind Waker, Pokemon. Is there anything more? Oh yeah, SMC3, which also means I'm also doing Super Metroid.
I get him now. That's a lot of stuff to learn. Why don't you guys like put together a puzzle and then you can like frame it? It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm currently trying to learn Hollow Knight Randomizer as well.
You guys have an addiction. Real talk.
It's only addiction if you think it's something bad. I don't know.
I'm wondering.
Nobody's not doing nearly as much as me, though. I can promise you that. He's only doing 3 things.
That is fair, iBot. And iBot, you are an incredible tracker. I would like to give props to our tracker, iBot, right now. He's staying on top of it, even telling us commentators how dumb we are, that stuff on our screen is right there that we keep asking about.
Yeah, the trackers are the real heroes of this stream. of all of the random swings.
My co-commentator has already mentioned, all we have to do is open our mouths a bunch and keep making noise so that things don't get too boring. Everyone else does all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
As I'm watching this race, I wonder if Nobly's going to end up coming out ahead depending on what checks he does. Because he's going to be able to route in Eastern right after this.
Yeah. We are gonna have to wait and see though. No, because I'm still thinking that the other bow might be on Death Mountain. So depending on what he finds here, if he finds Kano Sumaria here from our good enemy, if you call it Helmasaur, then that could be interesting.
If you were to choose one of the bosses in this game to be the cutest boss out of all of them, I think I'd give it up to Helmasaur. What would you give it to?
Looking at the tracker, it's either Moth or Helmasaur, absolutely.
Think the moth is cute?
When we're looking at the pics on the tracker, yes, not in real life, but on the tracker.
You know what? Different strokes for different folks, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Westside's comment. Yeah, Cold Stare is a giant marshmallow puff. Absolutely right. He should be the cutest.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them. More to love.
In other news, Nobly has obtained his 5th crystal. And we are seeing Scrubcasual doing that gamble up the mountain. So we're gonna learn soon if Nobly doing Aga did losing time or saving time. You know, I'm getting my spider sense is tingling here. I'm gonna predict where Hookshot is. It's probably gonna be French vanilla at this point.
Thought you didn't like Marvel.
I don't, but I must say I did love the first Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
That was before Marvel. I used to play Spider-Man on PlayStation 1.
His Goma sense is tingling. Very nice.
That is actually really, really clever.
What do we got? Nothing so far.
Yeah. Nobly only press the button once. You don't need it to press it 3 times. Well, I think we found your Valentine's Day. I feel like cave.
Oh! That was a red cane.
Yeah. So vanilla ice rod in Theoden.
Maybe.
When Nobly accidentally shooting an extra arrow there, will not be able to get the quick kill.
I'm glad I'm not your partner, man. I'm glad I'm not your teammate. Yeah, you're scrutinizing pretty hard.
That was not scrutinizing. I was just informing
Okay.
that he shoot 1 arrow too much.
How dare he?
Yeah, how dare you? But yeah, it was both ether actually for this time around. So yeah, those other ones not being interesting when it comes. Did the Scrub Castle did turn in his mushroom round member, so will not be able to do the fake powder.
Oh, he won't.
But nobody did save and quit, so
Saw that.
why is it why?
That was a nice rod.
Why are both of those ones up on the mountain? That just seems like too nice, to be honest.
Yeah, Ganon was trying to move him. He dropped them.
And yeah, I was actually pointing out a really good question here. Can do they have to have the hook shot? Can they do hovers? Can they do Hera bongs and stuff like that? Well, we're gonna see if they have to dip into swamp. Because if they don't find the hook shot here, would you? If you don't find the hook shot here, would you gamble about hook shot in swamp, or would you gamble that it would be in GT?
I don't know. I really don't want to think about it. What would you do?
I would say no because that was what made me lose the third game in my series.
Let me ask you this: is Hookshot currently in like have to be in Logic by because of the Ice Palace where the hammer was? I don't know that logic very well.
The hammer was not on the hook slot side. It was in that tea room, which you can't get to without a hook shot.
Right. Okay.
Because imagine this, they do the bomb jump, so technically the blocks will be the brown one, so they don't have to drop down to go back up. So they didn't have to go back way to get up from there. So they could have just walked straight to ice tea room immediately.
I hate that dungeon, so I never bothered learning it.
It's fine. Hey, look, powder.
Magic Bad has the Hookshot question mark?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. And because nobody did save scum his mushroom, that he will find his cane. So maybe he decides to do fake powder. But at this point, I wouldn't think it. But you know what I'm looking forward to? The day they figure out how to do the fake mushroom. Well,
Would be a day indeed.
Yeah. Speaking about stuff that nobody likes to do, look where he is right.
I like to do left side swamp. It gets like Swamp Palace gets such a bad rep, and it really shouldn't. It is the best palace.
I agree.
Thank you.
Nothing speaks to you so much as be able to walk slower, even if you have the boost inside the swamp.
Maybe Thieves Town is better than Swamp. I'd give you that, but Swamp has bubbles everywhere. Like everything dies in one hit. It's super fun and colorful.
Yeah,
People are nuts.
yeah. What is there not to love about swamp? Well, it's Mimic Cave time for Scrubcasual. Still looking for that hook shot.
Pendant Swamp is the best kind of swamp.
Yeah.
Desert Palace is fun too. Don't get me wrong. Desert Palace is certainly fun.
Well, here comes the irritating thing with doing this without hookshot. He has to drop down here and run around. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 45 seconds, Scrubcasual is in go mode.
That was awesome. Nobly just dropped down the same side twice.
That is also awesome.
Not for Nobly.
But for us, however,
EP's
Nobly is not out of this yet. If he decides to go here immediately after his check swamp and not gamble the green pendant, then Nobly can still very well be in this.
Oh, I'm not counting Nobly out at all. But it's worth noting that Scrub has already done all of Pod, aside from Helmless Sword.
Yeah.
Looking for. Oh, Silvers maybe?
No, I think it was a small key. Yes, another one who really loves the Red King strat here in this room.
Looks so good.
Yeah. Nobody attempting to set up the spin speed. And here we have Tridex.
It's worth noting that once Nobly finishes Turtle Rock, he's done. As long as he gets the Canis of Mario.
He probably will though. But interesting enough, he decided to do Spy Cave. Why not? He has been in Logic for a long time. A perfect executed fight here from Scrubcasual on Trinex. But yeah, that is a 6 crystal for Scrubcasual.
That is not the best dungeon to enter a second time. You gotta go all the way through all the... What are they, like thickets?
Yeah. I do like... You're gonna... I don't know what I was gonna talk about there. I think I'm starting to get tired as well. It's 2 o'clock in the night here.
Oh, that's dedication.
Hey, I do love to get opportunities or be able to criticize my friend, okay?
You do what you gotta do. I'm sure you were up all day training very hard for Sports Week.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What are you gonna compete in?
The only thing I really do nowadays, if I would be doing exercise and stuff like that, would be doing these laps really.
A lap guy?
Yeah, I'm a lap guy then, and especially if there is. I'm gonna have to look up what the correct word for it is. Hold on.
Sounds like you're gonna have to get your own flippers, huh? Get some good flippers.
Boo.
That wasn't even a joke. I'm sure you have very nice flippers for swimming. That you may have found at Meyer. Do the applause.
I was thinking about obstacle course races.
That'd be fun.
That is the kind of thing I love to do.
Honestly, at this point, runners of Zelda of this game have gotten so good that randos are basically one big obstacle course race.
Yeah, it is.
First team to find the yellow flag wins the game.
Yeah, kinda. Once again, those mini models hate Nobly. Going over to the other side on the top there, wow. But yeah, I did run a lot when I was younger.
You're a wee young lad.
Yeah, exactly.
Legendary tri-flag. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. So, up in GT, there are a total of 22 locations where the big key could be. Get your guesses down in the chat. We have the bot with us today. Yeah. What do you think it's gonna be, Benny?
I'm gonna go with. I was actually gonna say 6 because I don't know. I was thinking about that today, but since you already said it, I'm not gonna say it again. So I'm gonna go with 8. As we
Cool.
discussed earlier, we need even numbers, not odd numbers.
Which is why I took one of the 3 numbers, because that is an even number. I have 3 lucky numbers, by the way.
Oh, go on.
3, 6, and 9.
You just like multiples of 3.
Yeah.
What's wrong with 12?
Well, I decided that if I like multiples of 3, then I'm gonna have 3 lucky numbers because it's 3.
Understood. I totally get you. Now entering Turtle Rock.
Yeah. One whole palace behind him. It's the big is gonna have to be at a really bad location right now for him to cast up to Scrub.
In 3 to the 3rd, isn't that 27?
Yeah, it is. You're not wrong.
Not to call you out, Tesla Coil, but come on.
It is kind of irritating though with the shift and stuff like that. You don't know really which one to press.
We go.
So 10 points will be awarded to the winner. Good luck, guys.
Starting on the right side, we got 1 and 2. 1. Oh. Okay, game.
The game decided to be bad at one point, but then it was like, I'm just gonna be nice instead.
At least now we know Aghanim was required.
Yeah, we do know that.
Oh, we do know that we know that we know that. And we're 3 checks in.
Yeah, Bobby is allowed to stay alive today.
Four. 5.
Come on.
6. 7.
So we are seeing Scrub do the kind of meta route. The kind of standard. This is kind of what we saw grew really big with the version 29 of the tournament.
Here's 8, so I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, because this route that Scrubcasual did, this was kind of the route that was real big in the tournament that was in version 29. So can understand why he's using.
Only at 9. Next check will be number 10. AKA 3 times 3 is what we're at right now.
Exactly.
And 11. 12 was it. If only you included it in your favorite numbers.
That would be stealing all of the numbers. But yeah, congratulations to
Pristine on screen.
Yeah, that's great.
I like that name. Pristine on screen.
That is a nice name, absolutely. And yeah, there we have the leaderboard. Why am I not surprised that Math Girl is the one at the top?
It makes sense that the person that's good at math can calculate the probabilities.
Yeah, we have one person that's good on the math, and then we have a bot, basically, who is at the top.
The bot is so good at tracking that he's basically a bot.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Go mode for Nobly. And there was some frustration both on his face and on the sword.
Blame the guy. You're almost 2 hours in, and the seed has been very bizarre with its item placements.
But look at this. Scrubcasual is already halfway through the climb. It's gonna take a bunch of wrongdoings right now for Nobly to catch up, especially with those.
Nothing's impossible, but some things are improbable.
Mm-hmm.
And you should be rooting for your teammate.
Sometimes you're just gonna have to face the facts, you know. And I wouldn't be excessively surprised to see if Nobly was gonna do a Galaxy Brain play on Tide.
Just booking it to the 12th chest.
Mm. Or Nobly really wants those silvers.
Little does he know he'll find them very quickly in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah. Nice item dash down there by him. Scrubcasual, you don't need to open a single chest.
Ooh, the real final boss is this wall. It can be so annoying sometimes.
Absolutely. Okay, so Trollborn or Moldorn 2? Which one are we getting today? That was actually really close that Scrubcasual would be knocked down, but he stays on the platform, just barely. And simultaneous
was-
boss.
He gets up the stairs.
Yeah, that room is not the easiest when you're thinking about it.
On. There's a lot of counting in this game.
Yeah. Come on, Scrub. Come on, Scrub. You can get some hits in. That was a double. Another
There's a
double.
double.
So yeah, only a single left.
Total will do it.
There we go.
Okay.
Geometry Wizard is down, which means it's time to get some bacon. Oh,
It's
no,
still passing in Zelda Randomizer.
Yeah. Oh, Nobly is doing the Dark Magician strat.
Oh man, that's gonna really push him far off.
Yeah, it is. At least he got silvers from it.
Ah,
Yeah, he didn't miss silver because he was doing full left at least. Yeah, look. What I tell you? He's gonna do retire.
makes you wonder if he feels super behind right now to pull this stuff.
Probably. Because remember, he decided to basically lost location Dark World. He decided going to swamp before going up the mountain. Yeah, he's gonna.
He took a gamble or two.
Yeah. And that was 3 hits, and there is the fourth. Give 30 GDs in chat, folks. The Scrubcasual is gonna, unless he falls down into the most dangerous pits in the A Link to the Past randomizer, to beat our first finisher.
That was a clean Ganon fight too.
Yeah. And
Good game to both.
yeah, he's done it. Scrubcasual is gonna move on to round 3 of the bracket. He is the winner today with an official SL time of 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 1 second. GG. And yeah, it's really unfortunate with the Nobly's routing. But yeah, at least Nobly's giving us the sec we did not get to see before. And that did just give him a lot of rupees. So I have to go back to the left side. The bongs are strong with Nobly today. Oh, Nobly doesn't have the boomerang actually. I think he saved. Yeah, I think he reset it away from him. But yeah, what do you think about the seed, Benny? So number 21 was the number for Nobly. That is unfortunate. Oh, okay. Nobly was attempting the mimic clips, but decided nah. He had practiced that a lot though, so.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a good seed.
Yeah, it has been an entertaining seed to watch. I don't know if our runners is gonna agree to it, based on what I have seen in sets.
They both played some really good games. I mean, one Scrub going very item dense, and then Nobly making a lot of off the wall tricks, and they both kind of panned out in their own ways.
Yeah, absolutely. But we do have to ask about the bow, how much it influenced Scrub's route, because that could have automatically be the thing that saved him.
Honestly, I think it was. I think that was a huge deciding factor in this.
Absolutely.
Can't blame Nobly for wanting to finish this out. This thing's been going on for almost 2 months, so it's nice to play out your last hurrah.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, Nobly has now arrived in the tour's room.
It just reminds me of like a clock. You know what I mean? It's like the thing is keeping time and torches at like 12, 3, 6, and 9. You know, you should love that room.
Yeah, I never said I hated it. You just look at one of my favorite courses in Super Mario 64. It is TikTok.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Really irritating to play in the randomizer, but otherwise it's really nice.
I'm a big fan of the water levels. That is very pretty music.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll Water Bay is really good course, as well as Wet Dry World. Well, with that, Nobly is gonna take his chance at the Geometry Wizard.
That was a good one.
That was a really good double, yeah. And
Ooh,
with
just
that,
right in his face.
yeah, with that, Nobly is gonna go and get himself his bacon as well.
I'm vegan, so it's not bacon, okay? It's like tofurkey, all right?
All right, then, whatever rolls your boat. I have a question to you.
Hmm?
Which app is a clock maker's favorite?
Which app is a clockmaker's favorite?
Yeah,
I don't know. The answer to this joke is probably too funny. Go ahead, what is it?
TikTok.
Oh. Yeah, see, I'm 30. I don't really know what that is.
Yeah, probably for the best. Nobly actually needs to be a little bit careful here, or else his time is gonna be out.
Oh, way to sneak that one in. Very nice. Thing I never understood was when people would like joke saying like you're gonna be in big trouble, they'd say it's gonna be curtains for you. Why curtains?
I think it is because it would represent the show being over.
Oh, wow, that is good. I never even wouldn't have ever thought of that. Very nice.
I did have to think about it.
If he doesn't get this scan and kill, it's gonna be curtains. The show is gonna be over.
Exactly.
Huh.
Nobly really not liking that scene with all of those silvers he was shooting off. But yeah, get to give GG's in the chat as well for Nobly. He's gonna finish off with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 30 seconds. GG.
Good game, Nobly. That was an uphill battle. And you finished it well. despite what Angel's been saying this entire time.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Hello.
Hey,
How you guys feeling?
crap fiesta.
I'm feeling okay.
Expected answers.
What?
Expected answers.
Nobly, you did kind of put yourself in that predicament.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did.
Shot.
Unfortunately, my early game was so garbage.
But it's
Yeah,
worth. Your
you-
guys' execution was very good.
Yeah, I got tilted when I saw Fire Rod on the mountain. And after that, I just played super horrible.
What I found very interesting, and we've been talking about it. Scrubcasual. You saw early on that there was a bow on Lumberjack Ledge. How much did that influence your routing?
Well, I think as we were talking, I think that made a big difference between our routing, because when it got down to really like Misery Mire or Aghanim and then Eastern Dark World, I decided I'm thinking like Bo could be at this point hidden behind other things. So I went Aga, got Bo, did Eastern, which had nothing basically, like all of Eastern Dark World. So I mean, but that's why I did that instead of going to Misery Mire prior.
I also appreciate the rhyme scheme. Thank you.
Yeah. Ugh. I was like, give me anything else on the book rather than the book in Hera. Please. Anything else but the book.
It's not often you find both rods on the mountain.
Yeah. Ugh, please.
All right, Nobly, if you could change one thing about that seed, what would you change?
The stupidness of forgetting.
Ice Rod and Swamp Cave, that's what you would want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, if I could change anything, I would put Hookshot another place.
That was an interesting spot for it.
Yeah. I was feeling decent, but my early game was like so messy with my... Because I was gonna steal a key in Desert, and then I forgot I was stealing the key, so I was like heading towards the boss, which cost me some minutes. And I was like, oh, I was stealing the key, why am I going forward? Okay. Let's pick up the next key then, and go back. And then I was like, oh hey, Meyer, it's Ether, let's go in. And I was like, wait. I can't do stuff here. Damn it! And after that, I think the Fire Rod just put me so off because I was feeling like 10 minutes behind already by Fire Rod, because the logical play was to go up the mountain. And I went Eastern, I went Sora, I went everything else. Because I was wanting to have Fire Source going up there. And I saw the opportunity to just clear everything down there and find some Fire Source instead of double dipping the mountain, which was the bad play. And then I was like feeling behind, I was like doing stupid stuff. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna continue my stupid stuff, and went into Thieves Town and just went there and finished it. And I was like so happy when boots were found. I was like, oh, this is gonna help me so much. Because if progress isn't behind boots, then it's gonna be a while till he goes here. And
Yeah,
of course.
And like I was saying, I agree with that, because if I had found progress anywhere else in Dark World, I would not have gone into Thieves Town.
Yeah, and of course it was so linear that boots were the next progress in line. So I was like, okay, this seed is just stupid, it's gonna be Hammer and Ice Rod, and now Ice Palace because stupid game.
You were right. You were the first one to get the hammer. That was smart thinking. You saw the stupid.
Yeah. And then I was like, let's continue with the stupid and the dive swamp without hookshot, because it's gonna be Ice Rod. And found 4 items, pretty upset, soft reset because I didn't want to end up on Pyramid after doing Aga. And I wasn't thinking about the Aga play until I did King's Tomb, which was super rare. Because I was gonna go to... that's also a thing. I went to Catfish and I tried to mirror and got blocked by the rock. So I was like, you know what? I'll just walk down and hookshot over. And I was like, wait, I don't have the hookshot. What am I doing?
It was an interesting seed. It was very like the way the items were placed was very bizarre.
Yeah.
And after I found the lamp, I was like, okay, better check lumberjack. This is the best time to check it. And I was like, found a freaking bow there. I was like, oh god, he checked this like 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, well, I've noticed, as of all of the tournament seeds so far, I would say maybe a third of them that I've done have had something on the cave.
I mean, it was a great seed if you had like a normal execution and decent plays, but
Well, Angels during the seed was like, yeah, Nobly said he's going to try and make my brain hurt. So you're doing all these off-the-wall creative things. I'm like, oh, wow. I mean, he's really going for it.
yeah. The thing is, I actually didn't intend to do it like that, but it came down to it, though.
It looked good, and it was really fun to watch for what it's worth. So thank you, guys.
It was all because of feeling behind and finding a fire up the mountain. If there was something else, I would have been fine, but because I thought like Scrub didn't go to like the escape sequence and did Dark Cross, because there's many of the players who don't like to do Dark Cross without fire rod or hookshot or something to locate the chest. So having that Master Sword was going to make my Moldorm pretty much easier, but I kind of wanted to have the hookshot or a fire source before going up the mountain, and it ruined my place.
Yeah. Scrub, any other thoughts?
I really don't have much. That seed was not what I wanted it to be. That's about it.
Okay. Well, how do you feel entering the next stage?
I feel pretty okay. I'll be honest. I've looked at the quarter of my bracket leading up to like what was that, semis, quarterfinals, and I feel pretty confident up until quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's looking right now. If predictions goes as it should, you would be going up against Dracarius in quarters.
Yeah, and that's where I think I would not feel too confident, but I gotta get there first.
I feel like your next opponent is gonna be also difficult.
Yeah, it
was
probably
one
be
of them.
70.
Yeah, it was one of those I was fearing the most to meet your next possible opponent, which would be Scion-T. Because he's one of the reasons I started playing the game, and I was watching him, and that's when I started playing the game. So, good luck with that.
That's awesome.
That's what's crazy, is that he's in the Challenge Cup, which really speaks to the skill level of all the runners in these tournaments.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he got enough matches in to play in the main tournament, or if he didn't get in. I mean, that's the reason why Dracarius didn't go to the main tournament, because he didn't have time to play enough matches.
Yeah, but we definitely have a lot more exciting matches coming up in the Challenge Cup. Speaking of matches, there's another one right now on Go Mode Podcast. So I think I'm going to take us on over there so we can go ahead and cheer on Adirondack, Rick, and Oro. So thank you all for joining us, and we will catch you again soon here at CSR. Thanks again.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.